Assalamu alaikum, sister. Thank you for writing to our live session. I'm really sorry to hear about what you're going through with your parents, especially like your mom. You state that she's always cursing at little things, and she keeps telling you, you may die now, unlucky girl, why are you alive? May you never succeed in the world, and things like that. Those are really, really cruel words. And I can imagine, sister, you're very hurt, and naturally so. However, I do want to point out that the things that your mom is saying to you is actually probably self-talk. And what I mean by that is the negative and harmful and hateful projections she's putting out on you are probably things she feels about herself or things she fears about herself, right? Or maybe even these are things and themes that she has been told as a child and as a young woman growing up, perhaps by her own mother, perhaps by somebody else. But it sounds like it's a projection that she's putting out on you of her own self and how she feels about herself. And I understand, that you love your mom and, you feel you have no choice but to listen to this. And in actuality, sister, you do have a choice, right? We're to love our parents and respect our parents, but we're not to be abused either, right? And this is kind of a form of abuse, whether it's intentionally or non-intentionally meant to harm us. It is abusive, and Allah did not create you to be abused. So I kindly suggest, sister, that you sit down with your parents when things are calm and just talk to them, and especially your mom, and tell her how much it hurts you when she says these things, and ask her, why does she say these things? Ask her, why is she doing this? Right? And if you can't get any, appropriate responses, if she doesn't stop to think about what she's saying or her actions towards you in this regard verbally, you might just want to tune it out, right? When she says these things, you might have to come to a place inside of you where you realize that she has mental health issues, she has her own traumas, she's being abusive, and you might have to just overlook it. As harmful as that is, as harmful as what she's saying is, sometimes you just have to not pay attention to it, ignore it. And I know it's going to be hard because you've been hearing this for a while, all your life probably, and it's continued. But just don't let it become a part of you, because this is not you, right? And Allah does not listen to these duas of your mom, because Allah knows better what's going on. Allah knows everything, as you know. And Allah is most merciful. And Allah loves you. And it, like I said, it's probably your mom's own mental health, her own state of mind, her own projection of what she's heard or learned about herself or has been told that she's now projecting on you. So, sister, I do want you to reject these projections. I want you to reject these words, right? Not that her duas are going to come true, but because of your own mental health status and your own self-esteem and your own sense of self-worth. Please never lose sight that you are a beautiful, wonderful, pious Muslima, that you are loved, that Allah loves you, and that there's nothing wrong with you, right? There's nothing wrong with you. And just know that Allah protects and defends and stands up for those who are oppressed, which in this situation, this is considered an oppression, right? He hears the cries of the oppressed. So know that Allah protects you and He loves you and He wants you to be happy. So moving forward, sister, try to put this in a different perspective, that this is your mother, your parents' problem. This is their issues. And sadly, you're the target of their maladaption, to parenthood. So I encourage you to love yourself, to build yourself up, and to deflect what they're saying. Just let it bounce off of you and not have any effect. And I know that's hard and it's going to take some practice, but the sooner you start doing that, the better you're going to start feeling and the stronger you're going to get in your sense of self and your comfort levels. Okay? So please, know that whatever's being said to you is not you, and these duas are not going to be completed. They're not going to be answered. And sadly, your parents have issues that they have not dealt with. But don't let them become your issue, sister. Hang on to who you are. Hold on tight to the love and the mercy of Allah. And know that, soon, inshallah, when you move out and you start to have a family and a life of your own, that you won't have to listen to these negative messages. However, in the meantime, I kindly ask, inshallah, that you do recognize them for what they are, and you do begin to heal from their effects, and you do begin to realize, inshallah, that, they can't hurt you. They're only hurting themselves. We wish you the best.